Don't you have
Just
like
let me
an
know
intro?
I do, but let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I've been ready.
Do I have an intro? Do you not watch my videos?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Are you
not
gonna
watch
start?
my videos?
Because we're sitting here. It got silent, and I was waiting for you.
Okay, let's start. Wait, do you want to say it with me or should I say it by myself?
Just say it by yourself.
Wow, okay. Hold on.
What's so crazy, fam?
Hello, crazy fam. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Tori, and this person's been in the vlogs lately, so I figured he might as well be in a sit-down video.
Feels different.
It definitely does feel different. So this is my friend Wasani, and he has a YouTube channel where he does gaming.
It's called Massive Gaming.
And he is here today to ask me some questions that a bunch of you guys have. So I did a previous video on seeking arrangements and kind of like sugar baby type stuff, and it's a very interesting topic that not a lot of people are okay with talking about. So he went into a bunch of different videos that other people have filmed, looked at the comments, and took some to ask me right now. I don't know what these are. I don't know how personal they are, or how weird or funky or rude they might be. So we shall see. Do you have like a favorite one to start off with?
I'm gonna start slow.
Oh, you're gonna start slow, like lean me into it.
Yeah.
And for the record, I normally film sit-down videos by myself, and he makes me blend into the wall. Like, this is not fair. This makes me think I need a spray tan, which I probably do, but I've accepted my pale vampire nature. But sitting next to him filming, it makes me consider maybe I should have a different colored wall in the background. So I don't blend in with it. But go ahead, ask your question.
Okay.
Ease me into this.
Yeah, I'm gonna start slow. All
Start
right,
slow,
first
okay.
question. Is there an age limit?
Ooh, legally or actually?
Legally, I'm pretty sure legally.
So technically, legally, like most dating sites, it's gonna be like 18 plus. So, you know, no underage children, especially since everybody on the site is definitely overage that you'd be talking to. So, yeah, I would just say 18, though you're definitely going to find some sketchy situations where there's underage girls. But, you know, that's the stuff you see on Law & Order. Special Victims Unit. But hold on, ask another one, because that one's not that interesting. That's like most dating sites. You're going to be 18.
How do I establish to them that I'm not really up for meetups?
You're on the wrong side. So technically you can have situations where you're not meeting up with people, but you're gonna spend a lot of time on the website and you're gonna get a lot of men telling you you're on the wrong site, because there's really not that many people looking for people that are just looking for online. Like, most of the guys' bios literally say, let's not meet up just online. Like, I wanna meet up in person. I don't want some pictures that I can look up on Pornhub, and you'll literally get that. So I would just say maybe try another site. You know, maybe what is it like? What is that site that everybody's like joining right now? Even like celebrities.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah. If you want a no meetup situation, get an OnlyFans. And maybe I'll do it for like my feet pics, because that shoe haul thing, people were loving that. That's like my second watched most video is my feet haul after this type of video.
Your shoe haul.
Shoe haul, yes.
Yeah, feet haul.
This is all my feet I collect. No, it's my shoe haul. So, you know, maybe I should get an OnlyFans for my feet, you know? Hey, make that bank. So go ahead, next question.
Alright. How do you ask for money through...
You good there?
There's a typo in this question and it threw me off. How do you ask for money though? How do you ask for money though and negotiate? There was no comma, so I didn't know where to stop. How do you ask for money and negotiate?
Do you ever know where to stop?
Huh? What?
Do you ever know where to stop?
Yes. How do you ask for money and negotiate is the question.
So I think like any type of work, even though this is not... Your face. Even though this is not a typical type of way to make income, it's still the same similar way in how you negotiate things, just a little bit softer. I would say a lot of people say is that you shouldn't negotiate too much on the first date with them. You shouldn't negotiate too much before you like meet them, but you definitely should establish an idea, because you don't want to meet a bunch of people that aren't in the same price bracket as you, because it doesn't matter how much money they make. I promise you, I have talked to billionaires that offered me less than someone that makes 100 grand a year. So I would definitely just say, know your worth, don't change from it, don't get insulted when they offer you something different, but do be upfront. Be upfront about what you're okay with doing, you know, what you're looking for in amounts and how often you want to meet them, because it's not all about the price, like, per time you meet them, because some people will pay, like, per meet, like, per time you see them, or per thing you do with them, if you want to go that route. But then there's also people that will just give you a monthly allowance and an approximation on how often they want to see you. So you definitely need to know what works best for you and your schedule. And then once you figure out your schedule, just try to figure out what you see around. You'll get a lot of people offering you stuff, and that gives you kind of an idea on price. Because really, depending on what you're looking for, depends on the price you'll get and how often you're okay with seeing them. And also, like, no offense to anyone, but what you look like. Some people are gonna get a higher price than other people. I promise you, there's plenty of people getting way higher prices than I would ever get offered. And I don't take offense to that, you know? Yeah. It's just like, I know my worth, I know what I would be okay with doing and not doing. And you have to do the same thing. So, how about you? How much do you charge?
How much do I charge or how much do I give?
Okay. No, he is not a sugar daddy at all. No, nothing like that is going on between the two of us. So next question.
Next question. Sleeping with someone for money is prostitution, and getting paid to go on a vacation and sleeping with someone is not? Question mark. So they're asking it, isn't that the same as prostitution?
Nah, I would say no, it really isn't, because... Well, there's plenty of situations where it is prostitution. There's plenty of situations where you could definitely get sex for money if you wanted it. It's very common on the site. But I would say that no, it's different because it's not the only element of it. It's just like, I know a lot of people are going to say it's not just like this, but it's just like if you're dating someone and they're paying for dinner, they're paying for this, they're paying for that. There's plenty of situations where couples, even married couples, one partner makes a lot more money than the other person does. And in that situation, I promise you, they're paying for rent, they're paying for food, they're paying for vacation stuff, and you're not, but you're staying home with the kids. You're providing a different type of exchange of monetary and non-monetary value. And that's not prostitution because it's not just about sex. Like, there's plenty of guys like, yeah, they want that sex element, but they also want other stuff, and you're not just getting paid for one or the other. So I'd say it's really different, especially for vacations. Like, what prostitute on the corner is getting taken on a vacation? I really don't know any. But you could definitely easily be a prostitute on there, and there's plenty of people that do. So, you know, it's a fine line. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think?
I don't know that much about it, I'm gonna be honest.
But no, in your opinion, if someone is getting paid to go on a vacation with a guy, and if they both are into it, they end up hooking up.
I can find where someone would think is prostitution, but
would if you
go on a vacation with someone and you're not looking, like you're not going on there for sex, then
but you know it's gonna happen.
But you know it's gonna happen. Oof.
But it's like if you went on vacation with a partner, you know you're gonna have sex.
Yeah.
Like,
so
if
I don't.
like,
it could be I guess it could be like a first date. Really, it wouldn't be prostitution because you wouldn't take a prostitute on a vacation.
Hey, that was my line. You're stealing my line.
But yeah, it's true though. It's true though.
So yeah, okay. So next question. Let's hear it.
Did people you know find it?
What?
Did people you know find it?
Oh, like people I know find my profile? Yeah. No. But I have seen guys on Seeking Arrangements, and then they'll come up on, you know, like Hinge or Tinder or, you know, like one of those other dating apps, and that's a little differently because Seeking Arrangements, a lot of times you're not using your real name, you're not using your real information, and then it's also based on location, so you're going to get people a lot of times closer to you, just like dating apps. And I have had people come up on the apps. On the other apps, so they know my name and stuff like that, which isn't like that big of a deal, but it's still weird seeing them in the real dating world instead of like the paid dating world. So, but not people I know, no. It would be very interesting though. I thought one time I almost saw a teacher from my college on there, and I'm like, I totally thought it was him, and I still don't know if it was him or not because I matched them. I'm like, hey, you look familiar. Blocked.
Wow.
So it still might have been my teacher, but you know.
That's funny.
But it's never been like that.
Yeah.
Plus it's like girls, like the main concern would be like if one of your friends did, but it's like my guy friends don't make enough money to be on there, and my friends that are girls obviously wouldn't see my profile because you don't see like sugar babies. You don't see each other. You only see like sugar babies see the sugar daddies. They don't see the other babies. That's weird to say those words, but yeah. Okay, let's see the next one. But hold on, get more to the middle of the shot. Like you're like leaning to the left. Hold on a minute. Okay, go ahead.
All right. It says.
I meant to pull out my hair. Whatever, it works like this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It says if you send like the same thing, following question with the name thing. It says if your ATM number, if you send them your ATM card number.
Don't do it. I'm telling you right now. Before I even finish the rest of the question, don't do it. Do not send any of your bank information ever. Go ahead.
Will they know your name? And then follow-up question, do I have to show them my face and let them know my name, my real name?
How the are you gonna get paid if you don't show your face? Yeah, but I'm like, why would they pay you if they haven't seen your face?
That's true.
What are they paying for?
Feedbacks.
Again, that's different. But in general, in secret arrangements, like, yeah, you're gonna show your face. You're probably gonna meet him too. What a concept. What a concept. Just like my regular 9-to-5 job. Well, I don't have a regular 9-to-5 job right now. I work freelance. But either way, at a regular 9-to-5 job, you show up. You show your face. But unlike a regular 9-to-5 job, you do not have to share your personal information. You definitely can decide what way you get paid and how it's paid and how you pay taxes on that, whether it's gift and how much of a gift you're getting and taxes, all the different stuff. You have to, you don't want to get in trouble with the IRS here.
Wait, you have to pay tax on the money that they give you?
Well,
that's not my that's my personal question.
So it depends. Technically, in this situation that you're getting paid, most likely you're getting paid as a gift. And technically, when it comes to taxes, you have to pay taxes on a gift that's over a certain monetary amount. Depends on, like, I think your state and all that. I don't know the exact information on it. You definitely have to look it up and decide on if you want to be in trouble with the IRS or not. So, but yes, technically, in most cases, you do have to pay taxes. Just most people don't do it. And definitely, depending on how you want to get paid, some can be more obvious that you're getting paid than others. Like a lot of people just end up getting cash because it's easier and they can end up not paying taxes, which isn't always the best idea. And especially when it comes to like buying a house or an apartment, you want to show income coming in, and if it's all cash, you can't show that. And it also looks really strange if you're depositing $500 a day into your bank account in cash. Someone's gonna start asking questions.
Right.
But yeah, that's one way you can get paid without having to worry about showing your information is cash. Another way is Venmo. You can change your Venmo name to something that's not your full name. I in general change my Venmo name to something not personal, just because I've had things with like new roommates applications or something, and maybe I don't want them to know all my personal information right away. So in general, mine's private too. And oh, if you want to buy feet pics, I have a Venmo. So like, let's see, what is my Venmo now? Hold on, let's see. You hating right now. You hating. Hold on, let's see what it is. Okay. Oh, I changed it to Crazy Fam, which makes sense for the handle. I didn't have that before. I had something different. But yeah, I changed it to Crazy Fam. So, if you want feet pics or, you're just feeling generous, feel free to Venmo me at Crazy Fam. Well, you want to put yours in there too?
I don't even think I have a Venmo.
You don't have a Venmo? How do you
probably do, but I have Cash App.
Oh yeah, the Cash App and Zelle doesn't connect to my bank account anymore. It just doesn't work.
I swear.
I don't know why, though.
Makes sense.
Gotta get that money.
Next question.
Go ahead.
If it is safe to give your bank details, I was going to give my PayPal, but it has my real name. What is the safest way to do it? Please.
So it's like the same question. Yeah, don't give your bank account in general. You could give your PayPal. I'm not sure if you can do PayPal without your real name. But like Venmo and stuff you can do without your real name. So
PayPal,
just do Venmo.
Can't without your real name.
You can't do it with PayPal?
Because sometimes they ask you to verify your information, like you have to put your social and shit.
Well, yeah, but you have to do that for Venmo too, don't you?
You don't? Put your social for Venmo? No.
I don't remember.
No.
It's been a hot minute.
No, you don't.
So yeah, similar question. So not much interesting to say about that. Oh, for the record, his questions are on his phone. He's not just being a jerk.
Oh yeah, of course. I think they know a lot.
I don't know. You look like the jerk
type. It's more of a statement than a question, I think.
Oh God, why do I feel like it's gonna be one of those rude? I have to believe out everything I just said right there. Go ahead.
It says, I met this potential sugar daddy and he lied to me saying we were going out to eat. But when he ordered my Uber, he put his address. And once I got there, he was like, let's go to my apartment for a second girl. He was making us food and everything, and I was scared I was scared, thinking this man was about to do something to me.
That is all bad all around. You saw the red flag, like step 1 you saw the red flag. Like, girl, you saw that it wasn't a restaurant address. Don't get in that Uber. Just like if you're going on a date with some guy and he decided to get an Uber or something for you to go to the restaurant, if you know it's not the restaurant address, why did you get in the Uber? That's like some criminal mind stuff right there. Like, that's a big no-no. I don't care if it's like seeking arrangements or a dating app or, well, seeking arrangements is technically a dating app. But either way, I don't care what situation it is. A new friend, you're going like somewhere out with some, no. If it's not the address you planned on going originally, don't go in there. I don't even care if it's a different restaurant. Don't go. If that's not what you talked about beforehand, don't go. And also, I recommend you probably shouldn't be going to someone's house for the first time meeting them, which is kind of hard during quarantine because now everything's closed again in LA, which sucks, but, you know, don't meet anybody in private. Don't want any of you guys killed right away. You know, give it a little time at least first so the cops can have an easier time finding your body.
That's true.
Go ahead.
It's another statement.
Do you got any questions left?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Mixing the statements in there.
Yeah, of course. Who's that cute friend of yours in your video lately? What's his name? What? It's not my statement. It's statement.
One, that would be on someone else's video then because I said comments on other people's videos.
Well, I found this one on your video. I don't know if you saw it or not. But
I check all of my comments. Every single one of them. Nice try.
You probably skimmed over this one.
Nice try. What's the real comment? What's the real statement? I ain't playing your game.
Question.
Okay, what's the question?
Can you be over 25 and still get a SD? Oh, sugar then.
Oh, that was like SD. I was like STD?
Oh,
yes.
It's a continuation of the question. Can you be a little curvaceous? And be so basically, or do you only have to look like a model?
Oh, heck no.
There was more to that question.
Heck no. There's been guys that I've talked to that I haven't been curvy enough for them and they're looking for someone like really, really curvy. Like there's all different types of interests on that site, just like any dating app. There's gonna be plenty of people interested and plenty of people not interested in your body type or what you look like in general. And I'd say you can definitely be over 25. There's people like way older on that site because after all, there's men that are way older on that site and some of them are looking for over 25. Some of them are at least looking for half their age.
Half 25? What the kind of site is this?
Oh my god. If anybody is curious, like thumbs up the video if you want me to do a future video where he actually like looks at the website, like the app, looks at like the guys and sees old messages. Because I think that'd be kind of interesting for you to experience.
Off of your profile?
Yeah, off of my profile.
That'll be interesting.
Okay, go on to the next one.
Have you ever been attacked by a sugar daddy, or do you bring a weapon like pepper spray or something just in case? Because this stuff seems a little dangerous.
Okay, I would say no, I haven't personally, but I haven't been on that many dates with guys. But I would say treat it like any other dating app. Really, nowadays it's like meeting someone off that site is just as dangerous as meeting someone off of another dating app. You keep like looking down. Like look up with us.
Oh no, I was looking
world.
for the next question.
Oh, okay. But either way, I would say treat it like any other dating app. If you feel like you want to have some protection with you, whatever that protection may be, or you want your friend to know your address, like you're sharing your location with someone, you're keeping them updated on where you are and the time frames, like be safe about it like any other dating. And I would say in some ways, seeking arrangements can actually be more safe than another dating app because you can talk to people that are just background verified and they verify a bunch of different stuff like you don't have a criminal record. I think it's like they do income. There's like different things depending on the person, depending on what they decide to pay for. But you can look at that in your profile. And the most I have ever seen from any dating app is, I don't know if it's like Hinge or Bumble or whatever, but you can like verify your picture or something. And like you hold your face up and it identifies that you're the person in the pictures, but that still doesn't tell me that you're not like a sex offender. Yeah. So like you could be going on a date with a sex offender from Bumble.
It just told you that they're not catfishing.
Yeah, but it's like I care less about you catfishing, the more care about you having a rape record on file. And so I'm pretty sure the background check includes a criminal record. So like I would feel a lot more safe about meeting someone if they had that than verifying they look like they do.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, you can be super hot and still be a f***ing rapist. So,
That's very
Like,
true.
that doesn't change that. So go ahead.
You mentioned, no, not you.
But yeah, it's someone else's video they mentioned.
How you did it at a younger age. Did anyone know from like friends and family, and if not, how
Wait,
were you
what?
able to get by?
I didn't understand a word of the question you just asked. Can you
I'm
like a little clear?
I'm gonna rephrase it.
Okay.
So it's saying that since you started it, did you tell your friends and family, or if not, how did you get by without letting them find out?
Well, I did a video on this, so my mom might know about this, my grandma might know about this. My grandma watches some of my videos. I haven't talked to my grandma in a hot minute, like we're not
That's
close
funny.
at all. And she found my videos and told my mom about it. So she probably watched that video, especially since it's like the most popular one on my channel right now. And so that might be weird, especially since, you know, my whole mom's side of the family is Mormon and probably very unapproving of that video. And I would just say, as long as you don't plan on sharing it on social media or anything, you can definitely not tell family if you don't want to tell family. Just like you're not always going to tell family when you start dating someone until it gets serious. So unless it's something serious that's really taking up all your time, I would say you can keep it from family for a little bit. But I also do not have a big, close family. But I would just say, it's just like, you're not going to tell your family everything in general, so this can be one of those things that you don't tell them until you're ready to tell them. But I would say don't be ashamed about it, because if you're doing something you're ashamed about, then you're probably doing something you shouldn't be doing and that you won't be comfortable doing. Like, it'll really hurt your self-esteem, your energy, your vibe, your mental state if you're doing something you're really uncomfortable sharing with other people.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
I understand there's some like hush-hush things that you don't talk about.
Yeah.
But if you're really that ashamed, then maybe this isn't the right thing for you, because it's gonna really hurt how your state of mind is. And then as for friends, I did tell friends because I wanted to make sure that someone knew where I was, knew the information, knew that I was coming back. Just like if I was going on a date from Hinge, I a lot of times do tell people, just so they know if I don't come home or text them later, I might be dead on the side of the road. So I'd say do it at your own discretion, but make sure someone knows where you are, no matter who you are meeting up with.
Yeah.
I think that's a good safe bet. And guys, this isn't just for girls. Like, if there's a guy watching this, or you know guy friends, like, tell your guy friends where you're going to. Like, I know it's more rare, but yes, there are still women that kill people. There are still women that rape people or rob people. Especially rob people. A lot of women, like, rob men on dates and stuff like that, and it's not always, like, safe robbing. I don't know if there's, like, a word for safe robbing. But, like, they're not stabbing you. They're just, like, give me your money. But, like, it could escalate. So, like, tell your friends where you're going on a date. Like, be safe. Don't think, I'm a man, I don't need this type of thing. Like, nah. Be safe about it. So, okay, next question. I think I answered that. Probably got off track a little.
This was pretty long. Do you have to meet
just
up
like
with
this video?
them? Do you have to meet up with them? Is there a way that there could be a relationship over the phone? Like, video chat type of thing? Or that usually doesn't work as well? I'm thinking of trying this, but I don't live in the States. And I don't know if there will be men using this in my country.
Well, it's very true. Depending on like what state or what city you're in, there's a lot more or a lot less people. And there are some men that do travel to areas. So don't be like afraid if you're in another country or a state that maybe is less populated. A lot of times there's businessmen that do travel to these weird areas. So don't be completely afraid about that aspect. But if you really are looking for exclusively like online, again, I would say it's going to be a lot harder to find on this side. You won't not find it. Like, I had people, and usually it's more like dominatrix type stuff that people are into when it comes to like completely exclusively online, because they don't really per se need to be in person. Like, they want you to tell them what to do on the phone or video chat or something like that. Right. So if you're into the dominatrix stuff, you could probably find it, but it's going to be a lot harder to find on this site. Yeah. Like, don't go to Seeking Arrangements. Go to another site. Look for it somewhere else, or maybe exclusively.
Dominatrix.com.
I don't think that's a site. It actually probably is.
It's a site.
It probably is. I feel like it was a domain that was taken a long time ago and probably doesn't have anything on anymore.
I don't want to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's fake.
Yeah, don't look it up, guys. Don't look it up. But yeah, so I would say go to another site or put in your profile like at the very, very top, or maybe put it as your name, like online only, and hopefully you'll get people that are looking for just that. But it's a lot less people on the site, so
probably
just keep that in mind.
There's a lot of people.
Oh, well, during quarantine maybe so, but I still saw people like in the beginning of quarantine who were like, I don't care that it's quarantine, I'm not paying for online, so I think it really just depends. But go ahead to the next one.
How do I establish them? Oh no, that's this.
Did you already do the question?
What price is a good price that's not too low and not too high?
For what?
Probably for all of the above.
Well, again, it really depends on what you're doing, what you're okay with doing, how often you're gonna meet the person. I would say know your worth, know what you're looking for and how much time you're spending with them. I think we kind of went over that question a little bit before. If you want like specific prices, I believe I talked about more specific prices on like things I've gotten offered in my previous video, so I will link it down below. It was kind of like an overview of the site, what people are looking for, what I got offered, my stories about my first dates. So if you're looking for more of that side of things, just click on that video down below after you watch this one and we'll get into the next question.
All right.
Hold on. When you're wearing makeup and you're like, let me just tap it. This counts as itching, right?
How to stumble upon scammers.
Are you trying to stumble upon scammers?
No, I mean like how not to stumble upon. How not to stumble upon scammers. Oops.
I was like, why are you trying to find scammers?
Right.
How not to stumble upon scammers. Yes. Well, I think the easiest way, though you will get a lot less people coming up as potential people you could talk to, but talking to background verified people. They're not going to spend the money to background verify themselves if they're a scammer in most cases. But again, just don't share your personal bank information. Don't share your identity, anything like that with someone, and, you know, make sure you're safe about with meeting with them. But the easiest way to root out scammers, I'd say, is background verify them and talk to them a little bit before you meet them to get an idea of what they're looking for. Because the more time they're going to talk, the more things they're going to put into their profile, like a longer profile description, the background check verified thing. Sometimes I'll Google them, sometimes I'll, you know, reverse Google, like I'll take their image and put it in Google so I can find out some more information about who they are. You've never done that before?
No.
I even do that on dating apps sometimes.
No.
I want to know if you're a creep.
No. I've never
And a lot of times you'll find like social media and stuff like that too. But either way, those are just a few steps. Like the more work they put into that profile, the more information you can find about them, the less likely they're going to be a scammer, or the more likely you'll find out something about them that proves that they are a scammer. And there are also like online like chat groups and support things for people that do this. And they talk about the men they've met, and sometimes they talk about the ones that are really like, don't talk to these people. And also report people. When stuff happens, report them on the site, because the site actually does like monitor this stuff and keep track of it as much as they can. They do have a lot of users. So report the people and go to these online chat groups. If you really want to get into this and do this like all the time, talk to other people that are doing it. You'll get a lot of answers to your other questions. Maybe talk about more detailed personal things that you weren't okay with commenting on someone's video, because these were all from comments in videos, because, you know, I don't have enough Instagram followers to ask them, so I went to other people's videos. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is crazyfamilyfirst with underscores in between, or it's Tori Zanka, which is my full name. Do you want to say your Instagram?
It's Xmas with X. Hopefully you just put it down below.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it here on the screen because I don't think any of you understood that. Yeah. Or down in the description. Either way, I will put it somewhere, so if you want to check him out, you can, if you're into gaming or something like that. Or if you just want to see his face more.
I see my face more, yeah.
You want to laugh? What funny stuff you put up there anyway?
I'm a comedic genius.
He puts no comedy on his page. Though he is a joke.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, next question before this video is like 2 hours long. Though I do apologize, this video is like really, really long.
My sugar daddy sent $200 to my PayPal, but I have to pay a fee. And,
oh yeah, well yeah, keep that in mind. When it comes to people sending you money like that, you will have to pay fees depending on that. So if you have to pay a fee for whatever way in which you're getting the money, ask them to pay for that fee in addition to what you charge.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like with influencers. A lot of times they talk about that. They're like, they have a contract in place where this person pays them this much money, but then they chose to pay them a certain way, and they had to pay like insanely high fees. And so they tell the companies like, whatever way you pay me, the end amount that gets to my bank account needs to be this much. Whether you have to pay whatever fees along the way, this is the set price that I need to get.
More,
yeah.
So that it covers the fees as well, and then you get the actual.
Yep. Because a lot of times companies do have to do that when it comes to like influencer stuff and working with companies, which we both hope to do someday with our channels, and it's something you have to keep in mind. Because some people, they lose like a crap ton of money, like thousands of dollars in fees.
Jeez.
Like it's crazy, because some things when it comes from other countries or certain ways of paying, it
that makes sense.
Can add up, especially when you're talking about larger dollar amounts. So go ahead, your actual question, because you wanted to skip over that one. Thinking it wasn't a good one.
Well, I'm from Asia and I need help to pay for school fees. Is there any way I can receive money without having to pay charging fees?
Oh, it's the same question. Like the charging fees, like have them pay you more or pay you in a different way. And you know, go you, girl. Anybody that signs up with a .edu email gets like it's basically like a better profile. Like you can read when people read your messages. You can see other information. You can have like all this other extra features that would normally come with like a paid account that you can get for free if you use your .edu email to sign up. So I used my old email from like a school that I went to for like 5 minutes. I went to SMU for a little bit to get extra credits.
Oh, really?
Because my when I went to FITM, I didn't have like a .edu email anymore for them.
Oh.
So I used my one from SMC.
SMC.
I only took like a few classes there when I was planning on getting another degree.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm fine with 1 degree. I'm good. Okay, next question.
All right, last 2 questions.
Ooh, last 2 questions. Are they good?
Yeah.
If they're not good, you're going to have to come up with a really, really juicy one to ask me for last question.
I think they're pretty good.
Okay. Maybe I'll still make you make a juicy question.
If you meet a sugar daddy online and he lives out of state and wants to travel to see you, but doesn't want to pay a monthly allowance, what's a good pay per visit amount? And does it have to include sex, or should you have 2 separate option amounts?
If you have 2 separate option amounts, then technically you are getting paid for sex. Because if you have an amount that you would pay if they're having sex and an amount you're paying when you're not having sex, that's technically...
Yeah.
You're technically charging extra for sex.
Yeah.
So, like, that's up to you if you want to do that or not. Keep in mind, depending on where you are, it can be illegal. So, I would say have a set amount and have expectation that you are either going to be intimate with each other or you're not. Just like if you're going on a first date, have a rule that you have sex on the first date or you don't have sex on a first date. Like, it really depends on what you're okay with and not okay with doing. And then, wait, what was the other parts of it besides, like, the sex thing?
Wants to travel. But
wants to travel. So I would say if he doesn't want to pay a monthly allowance, you're either okay with that or you're not okay with that. If you're okay with a pay per meet, then you're okay with pay per meet. But in general, pay per meets are going to be more. Like you should charge more for that than you would a monthly allowance. Because a monthly allowance, keep in mind, that's a guaranteed amount.
Yeah.
Like you'd be meeting more than once. It's a guaranteed set amount for that month. A lot of times you get it in the full amount. And so that's a guaranteed amount. But if you're doing pay per meet, it's not a guarantee. They could just see you once or twice compared to a monthly allowance where they want to see you 4 times.
Right.
So you should charge more for a pay per meet because it's not a guarantee for money. It's just like if you're selling inventory on a website, you're going to charge more for a singular item than you charge for a set.
Yeah.
So I do want to start an online store soon. I've been like looking at like inventory and stuff. It's like really exciting. I'm about to spend like a lot of money. Probably won't start for a while, but it will be shopcrazyfam.com. And obviously when it comes to inventory there, like 1 pair of eyelashes is going to cost a lot more than 5 pairs.
Yeah.
Because bulk is cheaper. Just like for me to buy it, it's cheaper to buy more of it. So just like you, when you set your prices, you should charge more for an individual meet than a monthly amount of meets.
Yeah, of course.
And what was the other? I think there's like one more part of that.
One. Oh no. No, that was it.
Because it was like pay per meet, the sex, the travel.
That was it.
Oh, travel. Oh, yeah. And then I would just say when it comes to travel, if he's traveling and he's okay with paying money to hang out with you and do all that, don't let him stay at your place. Like, have him pay for a hotel, and if he's not okay with paying for a hotel, then he's not a sugar daddy. Yeah. So next question. Or last question. Ooh, let's make this good. Again, I'm probably still going to make you ask a juicy question to end it off. Okay, go ahead.
So, I'm a single mom of 1, and I'm struggling so bad, which I would like the company, because I cannot read. I got this.
Let me just answer.
I got this.
Let me just read it.
Ooh, all right.
Let me just read
I'm a
it.
single mom of 1, and I'm struggling so bad, which I would like the company, because I know some sugar daddies that can be nice and friendly, but also don't know how to ask for help. I'm definitely not comfortable with having sex with men, especially after having a child. What do I do?
OnlyFans? I'm sorry, but really, it's like going on a dating app and saying you don't want to have sex. Like, you're not going to find that many people that want to date you that don't want to have sex. A lot of people want to be intimate. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but that's how you have to keep in mind. If you're going on Hinge or Tinder, how hard is it for you to find someone that doesn't want to have sex? It's going to be just as hard on seeking arrangements. Like, you might find that 1 in 1,000 person or 1 in 1,000,000 person, but it's going to be 1 in 1,000,000. So I would say keep that part in mind, but that's kind of separate from like the rest of the question, which the rest of the question, you're distracting me as hell flipping that. I get so distracted. He was like flipping his phone. I kept like looking down like, ooh, colors. And so the other parts of it would say is the single mom aspect. There are plenty of single moms on the website. There's plenty of men that actually want to help and support single moms because they just have an extra bit of, I don't know, passion. They have a soft spot for single moms. Like maybe their mom was a single mom, they want to support another single mom. And so I would say don't be afraid about that aspect at all. I would say be upfront about it because sometimes it's like you're gonna have moments where you're gonna have to do something for your kid and that means you can't do something for them or you can't hang out or you have to cancel because kids always come first. And so, you know, be upfront about it, and there's plenty of people out there that are okay with supporting single moms. And then, there was like another part. Hold on, let me see that question again.
I don't know how to ask for help.
Oh yeah, it's kind of hard, but you do have to be very upfront with asking for the money because a lot of times you'd think these sugar daddies, because they're on the site, would be more like giving towards stuff, but a lot of times they're unaware.
Sorry.
Rona.
Excuse me.
Is that the Rona?
It's just the air.
It's because the fan's not on. He's mad I turned the fan on for the filming.
Very hot.
Okay, so to answer that question, I would say you have to just start doing it more often and start getting comfortable asking for stuff because a lot of times they don't just give, even though that's kind of the idea of the website is they're supposed to just like give, like be very giving, but it's not that they're not giving people. A lot of times they just don't realize or they don't know what you want. Like you have a different love language, you know, you have to tell people how you want things because a lot of times they don't realize. They're giving in a way that they would want to be given to a lot of times instead of giving how you want to be given. And you have to learn that. Like I have to learn how you want to be treated instead of treating you how I want to be treated. Because that term is not always that accurate because people want to be treated differently, you know? Yeah. And then, was there any other part of that question or is that it?
That was it.
Was it the rest of the question?
Yeah.
Okay, well that wasn't that juicy, so do you have any
That was juicy.
Nah. His version of juicy and our version of juicy, I think, are very different, folks. Like, anybody watching here, you want to know that dirty, dirty stuff. So, if you have any questions, you are welcome to message me on Instagram or comment them down below if you want to be more public about it. But let's see, do you have any questions about the site or about what anything?
If your significant other wanted to go on the site, would you allow it?
Ooh.
If you guys are both struggling with money.
I would say that means you have to be okay with an open relationship, and that's a different conversation. Like, I think it's a conversation separate from the website. Like, I would say, like, if you are both okay with being in an open relationship, then you can talk about one of them being on seeking arrangements. But if you can't even have the conversation about an open relationship, or you can't have the conversation about seeing other people while you're seeing each other, like being polyamorous, polyamorous, yeah, monogamous, polyamorous, yeah, polyamorous, if you get in the conversation about being polyamorous and really be open and both be okay with it, both. Not one or half-hearted one and full out the other. Like, if you're both okay with it, then you can talk about seeking arrangements. But one conversation has to come before the other. Yeah, I would say that would be the answer. And for me personally, I think it just depends on the situation and depends on if we're looking for a polyamorous relationship at the moment. But, you know, that's a conversation for in private with your partner, and it's not an easy talk, folks. And my battery is dying, so that's kind of perfect timing because this is the end of the video. I really appreciate you all watching. I hope you enjoyed my guest star answering questions, asking questions. So please, please, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. Come on, Tom. Hit that like and subscribe button down below to join the crazy fam if you haven't already. And I will see you in approximately 1 day with a new video because I post almost every other day during quarantine. So have a great rest of your morning, evening, night, whatever it is for you, crazy fam. I'll see you soon, and maybe you'll be in a video soon or a vlog soon. And if you want more videos on seeking arrangements or baby sugar daddy stuff, let me know and I'll film it soon. Have a good one.